Hey book friends, welcome back to the channel. Welcome to my May TBR video. I cannot believe it's already May, but I love making these videos because I love to play my TBR Spinner Game where I just use a random number generator on my phone and it helps me pick my TBR. Mind you, I always pick books that I'm really interested in. And this month there's a particular spin that I have never played on this game before. So stay tuned and I'll explain it all in just a second. So hi, my name is Angie. Welcome to the channel if you're new here, or welcome back if you've been coming for a while. Like I said, we are going to play my TBR Spinner Game today, but I'm doing it a unique way this month. So usually I just pick books off my shelves that I really want to read. This time I picked favorite booktubers. So I've made a number of videos about my favorite booktubers, I'll link above, but I decided to pick 10 of them and pick a recommendation from each of them. Now it could have been from their favorite books of 2022 or just from some of their specific videos that I knew I would like the books. And so I will be linking all 10 booktubers down below, so please go check them out. But let's just play the game. Let me first tell you what books I got off of all 10 of these channels. So they're really in no particular order. So the first channel I have is Becca, from Becca and the Books. And the book recommendation I chose from her channel was Her Majesty's Royal Coven. So that's choice number 1 on the spinner wheel. And then number 2 is Chantel from Chantel Reads All Day. And I chose the first Maisie Dobbs book. So I'm really interested in that one. And then number 3 is Audrey from Chapters and Converse. And I picked Daisy Darker off of her 2022 favorites list. And then number 4 is Jaquie from Jacqueline's channel. And I knew she loved Dream Daughter, and so I picked that book because I've been wanting to read it. So that's number 4. Number 5 is Angela from Literature Science Alliance, and I picked the third book in the Chorus of Dragons series because I got the recommendation from her channel and I have loved the first 2 books. And then number 6 is April from Getting Hugga With It. She really liked The It Girl, and I haven't tried a Ruth Ware in a while, so I want to pick that one up. And then number 7 is Krista from Books and Jams, and she loved the latest Ruta Sepetys book, which is I Must Betray You. And then number 8 is Amanda from The Curly Reader, and from her favorite historical fiction book video, I was able to get Beneath a Scarlet Sky, which has been on my shelves forever, so I put it on this list. And then number 9 is Megan. I think it's Meg with the Books. Oh, I can't remember. It will be down below. And I have Thursday Murder Club from her channel. And then number 10 is Gwen. And from Gwen's video, I got Carrie Soto is Back, the latest Taylor Jenkins read. So those 10 books are what I am going to be putting on my spinner wheel. I do have a few other books that I need to read for the month for a variety of reasons, and I will share that at the end. But I just really want to get into the game and pick some books. So my plan, I think, will be to pick 5 books. I'm going to pick 5 books because I have a number of other books, like I said. So that way I have a good stack, but I don't feel too overwhelmed by it. So I have my spinner wheel already, and I will scoot over. So let's start spinning. Okay, it's the first one, you guys. I just really enjoy it. Let's just wait to see whose book I'm going to be reading this month. So number 3, Audrey. So Daisy Darker. I don't have it to hold up because I got it from the library. Actually, I only put books on this list that I have access to at the library. So I'm going to be picking up Daisy Darker. So that'll be really fun. Okay, so that's the first book. Oh well. Okay, second spin. Let's see. This is always so fun. All right, number 6. Number 6 is April. So that's The It Girl. Oh, I guess I'm reading some thrillers this month. So again, I have that on reserve at the library. So that's book 2. So spin number 3. Let's see. See if we get anything but a thriller. Okay, number 5. Angela. Oh, that's good because I've really been enjoying this book. So that is Memory of Souls, so the third book in the Chorus of Dragons series. So I'll put that on my stack. All right, so this is the 4th spin. All right, let's see. It's very fun. Number 4. Oh, The Dream Daughter. I really wanted to read that, so that's also coming from the library. Okay, so this is the last spin. Okay, you guys, it's the last spin. What's it gonna be? Number 9. Oh, Meg's book. So that's the Thursday Murder Club, which is another one I do have. I don't have to wait for the library for this one. This one just sounds really good. I've had this recommended by so many different people. Okay, you guys, so this is already such a good stack. I mean, it's not a very big stack in my hands, but I have The It Girl, I have Dream Daughter, and Daisy Darker. So those are all really good ones. Those are all really popular ones, and I hope they are exactly what I need, because I just need some books that can just take me away and distract me and entertain me. So those are awesome choices. So I will get into those in just a second, but let me share really quick what I have going on otherwise. So I do have a book that I will be reading with my sisters. So we buddy read a book every other month or so, and we wanted to read this one. So this is A Darker Shade of Magic by V.E. Schwab. So I read this maybe like 3 years ago, but I have forgotten about it. And so I'm gonna reread it, and I think she's gonna read it for the first time. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, but that's the plan. And so I got this recommendation from, I don't know whose channel, but it was on a video that was talking about good beginner fantasy books. And the reason they say this is a good one is because it is set basically in our world. And it's set in London, but there's actually different types of Londons, and they're based on colors. So I think there's black, white, red, and gray Londons. And our main character, what's his name again? Kel? Yes, Kel. He can travel between the Londons. Most people cannot. And if I remember right, he's not supposed to bring things back with him, but he does bring something once, and it causes problems. And in doing that, he runs into a girl named Delilah. And they kind of, for some reason, have to be together and start kind of dealing with the consequences of this artifact that has been brought through. From what I remember, it sets the stage to this world, but it also sets the stage to the larger problem, because this is the first book in a trilogy. So I am looking forward to jumping back into this and remembering what it was about. I think it'll be a pretty quick read. So that is the first book outside of my spinner wheel that I am reading. The other thing I am doing is I run a book challenge on Discord, and it's a really fun group. It's always linked down below. Please join us if you want to. And this month, the prompt was pastels on the cover. And as I was like looking at all of the books on my shelves, I was like, oh, I have so many. And so I decided to run a really fun challenge within that Discord group to help each other pick our pastel books. I'm gonna assign each other partners, and it'll be really fun. So go check that out if you're interested in joining us for this month, because you can join anytime in the year. Just pick up on whatever month we're on, and it'll just be really fun. And the other thing we usually do is pick a nonfiction book, and I am struggling with that, and I can't even think of what I want to read. I've been reading a few too many kind of heavy self-help type nonfictions, and I'm just tired of them. And I'm not getting through them very fast. And so I think I want to pick up maybe a true crime book. So what I'm gonna do is, because I have to wait till the 25th to get my selection for my pastel book, I'm going to also wait till the 25th to pick my nonfiction book. And so I'll just put a clip in right here to show you what books I picked for the May challenge. All right, everybody, so I picked the books for my reading challenge for May. Malibu Rising by Taylor Jenkins Reid as my pastels on the cover book, and so it was really the most pastel book I had, and so I decided to throw it on there. And I haven't picked up a Taylor Jenkins Reid in a while. And then I also picked up this one, I decided on this one. So The Beauty in the Breaking by Michelle Harper. It is a nonfiction memoir type book about a woman who is an ER doctor, and her marriage falls apart, and she goes to a new city, and she just kind of has to recover from all of that. And it sounds good, uplifting, a little heartbreaking, but I feel like it'll just be fun, and it'll be a good break from all the self-help type books. So anyway, back to the rest of the video. All right, so those books look super fun, and I'm just really excited for them. So anyway, enough of that. Let's move on to what the spinner wheel picked for me. Okay, you guys. So I'll just do the library books first. So The It Girl by Ruth Ware. Okay. This one sounds really interesting. From what I understand, it is about a group of friends that used to go to university together, and then something happened in the past. I believe one of their members was killed, and I think some man was accused of the crime and went to jail, and then it has since been discovered that he didn't do it. They don't know what's going on. I believe they all get back together and they try to solve it, or maybe not even try to solve it, but some things come to light. And I think it sounds really good. I really do like that trope. It feels kind of dark academia where you have a tight-knit group of friends at university and something bad happens. You know what I mean? So I'm excited to try that book. And that was a recommendation from April's channel. And then the recommendation from Audrey's channel, Chapters and Converse, love her stuff, is Daisy Darker. Okay, so I honestly thought I was going to give up on Alice Feeney. I really didn't like Sometimes I Lie. Rock, Paper, Scissors was okay. I think those are the only two I've read of hers. But this is her latest book that came out last year sometime. I saw it. It was Book of the Month choice. I was tempted, but then I'm like, I'm not going to read any Alice Feeney. But the thing is, what's drawing me back, and I want to give her another shot, is the fact that it is a And Then There Were None retelling from Agatha Christie. Okay, I love that book. I've enjoyed other retellings. I feel like some people get very annoyed by that. I don't. I really enjoy them. Like, I liked Peter Swanson's 9 Lives. I liked Shiver by Ali Reynolds. And so I'm just going to try it. I'm going to give Alice Feeney another shot. So in this particular book, it has to do with, I believe, a family, and I think it was like the grandmother's 80th birthday party or something like that. And they all gather together at some remote location. I should have looked this up before I started the video, but at some remote location. And I think the grandmother has some things to say, and then members of the family start dying one by one, I think. And thank you, Audrey, for the recommendation. So that book, and then, Dream Daughter. So that's the other one coming from the library. So this is a Diane Chamberlain, not sure. But I've seen this book everywhere. And this was a recommendation from Jaquie, from Jacqueline's channel. And I just love her stuff. I feel like we don't have a lot of similarities in book taste, but I really think she has a fun personality. I love following along with what she's sharing on both her main channel and her book channel. So I just enjoy Jaquie's content. So I want to try this book though, because I've heard it compared to books such as like Dark Matter. So you're talking like thriller sci-fi. So what I believe this book is about a woman who has a child and then finds out that there's something wrong. And then this is the part I can't remember, if she is like visited by somebody who says that they are from the future, and in the future there is a cure for what is wrong with her daughter, and then I believe the mom goes after it. So I believe this is really a story about a mom doing anything for her child, which I love that kind of a story. And honestly, I thought this was more of a women's fiction type book. I don't know if it's just the cover. The cover kind of made me think that. But the fact that it's more like time travel, thriller, science fiction sort of genre, whatever you would call that. I love books like that, and I've been really enjoying picking them up. And so, Dream Daughter. So excited that was picked for this month. So, okay, so that's the 3. That's the 3 from the library. So I do have 2. Like I said, I picked 2 off of my shelves. And so this one, okay, so this is from Meg. I think it's Meg with Books. Again, I will link her down below. She is very bubbly and does some really fun editing in her videos, so I just really enjoy her content. But I also love the fact that she reads a lot of mysteries, not so much thrillers, but mysteries. And so I go to her channel a lot for mystery recommendations. And this is one of her favorite series. And this is the first one in the series. It's called The Thursday Murder Club by Richard Osman. And this is about a bunch of old people in a retirement community, I believe. And it says there's a local developer that is found dead, and then the friends suddenly decide they want to solve the case. So it's a bunch of old people trying to solve a murder. And I think that just sounds really fun. And it's not very big, so I think it's a perfect book for May. So I'm happy that one also got chosen. And then the last one, the biggest one, the chunkiest book on this TBR, but I'm happy I only have one chunky book, because I'm finding that oftentimes I get these huge books on my TBR and I end up looking at all the big books and being like, well, which one can I read? And it's often been this series. So this is the 3rd book in the Chorus of Dragons series, and this is called The Memory of Souls by Jen Lyons. And so this series is a little hard to explain, but that's kind of what I like about it. And so the first book, The Ruin of Kings, is about this boy named Kieran and his life as he is navigating kind of the city that he lives in and finding out that he is kind of more special than he thought he was. He was actually the bastard son of one of the major houses in this city. And that really sets the stage for a lot of things kind of happening. And it goes a lot of directions. It starts at the beginning with him being in jail for like, I think burning the Capitol or something to that notion. And he is trying to explain the story, kind of going back in time and explaining how he got to that point, how like just a common thief turns into what he turned into by the end. And then the story proceeds from there. The second book was similar, just told from a different main character's point of view. And it tells a little bit more about the big, broad world and kind of what the bigger goal is. And so I'm imagining more of that. I want more gaps filled in. I want to know more answers to what's going on, how they're gonna figure things out. And I hope this book is the one to do that, because it's a 5-book series. So I'm like, this is halfway, and they're all very large books. So this is 600 pages long. But I'm so stoked, and I'm really excited to get back into it, especially because I just finished the second book in March, so it's all still fresh. Because this series, I feel like you really should just keep reading, as opposed to some others that are a little easier to come in and out of. So anyway, guys, that's what I have for this video. That's what I have for May. It was fun to look up some of my favorite booktubers and to see what some of their book recommendations would be. So anyway, I think I have a standout lineup for May, and let me know what you think of the books. If you've read them, do you think I'll like them, all that stuff. And otherwise, guys, that's what I have for the video. If you liked it, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel if you want to, and I will see you in the next book video. All right, take care, bye.